A very good morning, children. Children, in the previous class we discussed about what? Terminating and non-terminating decimal. What is a terminating decimal? What is a non-terminating or non-terminating repeating? I mean non-terminating recurring decimal I had discussed. Okay, children. Also in the before that class I had discussed one more thing. How to convert a rational number into decimal form. Okay, two methods I had discussed. One is the long division process. The other is what? To change the denominator of the rational number as a multiple of what? 10 or multiple of 10. That means to make it a decimal fraction. To convert the given fraction into a decimal fraction by changing the or by expressing the denominator as a multiple of 10 so that it can easily be converted into what? Decimal form. These are the two methods which I had discussed. Okay, children, try to understand what I want to say. That means when a rational number is given to you, you can easily know whether it is terminating or non-terminating. And to know that, which process you will follow? You will follow the long division. It is the best method to know whether a rational number has a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Because both terminating as well as non-terminating repeating decimals are rational numbers. How it is already I have discussed. Now the point is, suppose you are given a rational number and you will not do long division. Without doing long division, without doing division, how will you know whether this rational number will have a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating decimal expansion? Let us find out. What are the steps? See, for example, suppose you are given a rational number 39 by 24. You see, it is in the form of p by q, where p is 39, q is 24 and q is not equal to 0. So it is no doubt a what? It is no doubt a rational number. Now we will not do division. That means we will not divide 39 by 24. Then how to know whether it will have a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating decimal expansion? That means the decimal expansion of this rational number will terminate after some place or it will not terminate. 39 by 24. You see, whether the decimal expansion of this rational number will terminate after certain places or it will not terminate. How to know? Without long division. That is our point of discussion. If we divide, we can easily know whether it will have a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating. But without division, what to do? See, what is the first step, children? Try to understand. The first step is you see whether the rational number is in lowest form or not. Lowest form. You know what is lowest term or simplest form? First you see whether the rational number p by q is in standard, lowest form or not. Here clearly no. Because 39 and 24, see, p and q, they have a common factor 3. Okay? If they don't have a common factor other than 1, you see, if these two, p and q, have only common factor 1, then we say it is the lowest term. But you see, 39 is divisible by 3, 24 is also divisible by 3. That means p and q have a common factor other than 1, that is 3. So, if if the p by q or the given rational number has a factor other than 1, first you divide and convert it into lowest term. Okay? So you see 39 divided by 3, 24 divided by 3. Okay? So this will be 13 by 8. Okay? Now in lowest term, 39 by 24 will be reduced to 13 by 8. Okay, first this is the first step. See if it is in lowest term or lowest form or not. If it is in lowest form, there is no need to do this thing because they have only p and q have only common factor 1. Okay. But if they don't have a common factor other than 1, like in this case, p and q have a common factor 3. So you have to divide both numerator and denominator, okay, by the common factor and reduce it into lowest term. Okay. This is the first step. What is the second step? Now the second step is what is q. See, what is q here? So what we are doing, children? Without division, how to decide, how to check whether a rational number has a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating decimal expansion. That we are going to check without long division. So this is the first step. The second step is, you see, 8, q will be equal to 8. Now you find the prime factorization of 8. It will be 2 into 2 into 2. That is 2 to the power 3. Okay? 2 to the power 3. 2 to the power 3 means it is 2 to the power 3 into 1. And 1 means your 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 0. You see? Because anything, already exponent we have read, you see, exponent we have some idea, okay, 5 to the power 0, 5 to the power 0 is 1, okay. So if you don't write this one also, it is okay, because 2 to the power 3 it is enough. If you do not write 1 into 1 or into 5 to the power 0, no problem. Okay. Now see. So what we saw, we found the prime factorization of the denominator q, that is 8, okay, and we saw that it is only 2 to the power 3. That means the only prime factor is what? 5. Therefore, only prime factor of 8 is 2. So children, you have to remember it as a rule. If you see, after reducing into lowest term, first I reduced the given rational number into lowest term. After reducing the rational number into lowest term, find the prime factorization of q. Okay, I found the prime factorization of q. It is only 2 to the power 3. That means the only prime factor of 8 means q. The only prime factor of q, that is 8, is 2. So if the only prime factor of q after converting into lowest term is 2, if the only prime factor, you see, that means if q contains only prime factor 2, then closing your eyes you will say that the given rational number will have a terminating decimal expansion. So you see, so only prime factor of 8 is 2, therefore 39 by 24 has a terminating decimal expansion. Okay. That means, children, you see, in this particular problem, we did not apply long division. Did we divide 39 by 24? No. Even without dividing 39 by 24, we could decide, we could check that this rational number will have a terminating decimal expansion. And if you don't believe, then you can divide and check. You see, we can check here also. You see. Now, 39 by 24 is 13 by 8. So, 13 divided by 8. You divide it by long division. You see. 8 1 is 8, now it is 5, then point, here it is 0, 8 6 is 48, you see here it is 2, then 0, 2, 16, 4 and 0, 5, you see 40. Look at children, 13 by 8, what is the decimal expansion? The decimal expansion is terminating after how many places? 3 places. And this is, you see, this is a terminating decimal because the number of decimal place in this number is 3. Okay. So what did you see, children? Here we divided, look at, here we divided and found the terminating decimal. That means after division we came to know that 13 by 8 or 39 by 24 has a terminating decimal expansion. But here we simply checked, without long division we checked and we could see that the given rational number has a terminating decimal. So what is the rule? The rule is, I am saying once again, I will explain it in another problem also. See, whatever rational number is given, first you see whether it is in lowest term or not. Okay, if it is in lowest term, then there is nothing to do. That means this denominator will be the value of q. Okay, but if it is not in lowest term, first you reduce it into lowest term. You see, here I have reduced. After reducing into lowest term, see what is the value of q. Okay, so what is the value of q? You find the prime factorization of q. You see, I have found the prime factorization of q. Now the prime factorization of q is only 2 to the power 3. That means q or 8 contains only prime factor 2. So since 8 or q contains only prime factor 2, therefore if it contains only prime factor 2, no other prime factor should be there. If it contains only prime factor 2, then we will conclude that the given rational number will have a terminating decimal expansion. Okay, children, I hope you understood how to check whether a rational number has a terminating decimal expansion without long division. How to check? This is one of the methods. Okay, I will discuss another example also in some other class. I hope you understood. Okay, how to check whether a rational number has a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. One example I discussed. This is the step. Please you remember the steps. How to check without division. How to know whether a rational number will have a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating decimal expansion. Okay, so we will discuss more about it in the next class. Thank you.